Welcome back, everyone, to Stone for Development Day 8. I hope yesterday wasn't too hectic because today will be even more so. So what we're going to do is get into our groups and work on your project documents and on your presentation for tomorrow. And we are fortunate that we have Patrick Lemugna with us again, who's the project leader for the Cameroon project. And I think he's the only one with us. So thank you for coming again, Patrick. So I'll just go through, and before I start, please keep your microphone muted, put your questions and comments in the chat. Okay, I'm gonna just share my screen and then we'll go through a few things. All right. So we're going to work in groups, work on your literature review, researching your problem, your location, your context, and work on your project documents. And then work on your presentation for tomorrow, which is just 7 slides in a PowerPoint, which is going to explain what you're going to do with your project partner. All right, and the next thing I'd like to do is go through the groups just to make sure I have everybody allocated to the right projects, and then we'll break up and you can work on your projects. I don't think so. We kind of have it divided into time zones. There's a couple that crossed over, but I don't think anybody is working on from this cohort is working on any of the Fiji projects because they're mostly in the other time zone. So this is the first Fiji project, which is the river resource estimation. And if I make a mistake, just put in the chat or interrupt me. The second one is the converting from rivers to quarries for sand and gravel. And then the third one is the quality and supply of aggregate in Fiji. And the fourth one, which there may be some people here possibly too, which was the one in Zimbabwe, which was unlocking the value of development minerals in your own country. And I think there was possibly 2 people from this section, I think. Let me know if anybody was in this group. Okay, that's also. Oh, yeah, this one is from this session, I think. Actually, it's the other way around. There's a few people from the morning. Musa has his hand up. Go ahead.
Not trying to indicate I'm in this group, as you asked.
Yes, right. Yeah, I think there's quite a few. I had it backwards. There's a couple from the other session in here. I think most of the people in this session are from this group because it's in Zimbabwe, which is closer to this time zone. And I believe Dr. Mamous will be with us tomorrow. I don't think he's going to be. Oh, and we've got Dr. Wilson again. Great. Thanks for coming. All right, I'll go on to the next one. Yeah, so if there's any mistakes on this project, just let me know. I think there's quite a few in this group that are in this project. So if there's any thing that's incorrect, just let me know. All right, the next one is uh, the potential of clay in Ghana. And we have two people in this group. Could use a couple more if anyone wants to join in. We have the Philippines. We have, I think, 10 people for the Philippines project. If if you don't see your name, let me know. That's transforming quarry waste. And I think almost everyone in this group is from the Philippines. Yeah, I got your note, Daniel. I see your note. Thank you. I've already dealt with that issue. Okay. Next one is Cameroon. And that is the development of aerated concrete blocks. And we have Patrick here to work on that with us. If I left anyone out, let me know. Three people listed for that one. And then I have Jamaica, which is more in the morning. The other session, I don't think anyone's is involved in that from this group. I've got India, which is the use of waste in building materials with Dr. Meiti. I've got 4 people. That's project number 9. I have 4 people listed for that. And looks like Lika may actually be joining us. She was the one that was going to look at aggregate in PNG. So I asked her to join forces with Jerry Taganisia, who's going to look at the same issue in Fiji. So I think they're going to work together. So that'll be, but that's once again the other session time zone. And then the last one is Dr. Wilson. It's the sand mining issue in Zambia. We have 4 people signed up for that. Okay, if that, amazing if I didn't get any of those wrong. So thank you. If there's any issues, let me know. And the next thing I will do is I'll create the breakout rooms, and I'll put you. Oh, Patrick has his hand up. Go ahead.
Okay, good morning, Dr. Gary, and thank you very much for the guideline and all the information. I think the training is very well organized. But please, I would like you, if you can have few concerns on the slide for tomorrow, if you can briefly give few words for each point, so to really guide us, so we really do what is really in line with what it is expected. For example, if you could go on the slide for presenting the point for tomorrow.
Okay.
Yes. Like, for example, the sponsor and the budgets. And so if you could give like just few words for all these points.
Sure. All right. I would be glad to do that. Let me share my screen again. I did have the 2 documents. So this is just for the use of the group. So you can keep track of what you're doing. And then the other form is your agreement. It's not really a contract. It says contract, but it's just an agreement with your team leader, which is we're calling the sponsor, but the project leader is the sponsor. And it's more or less summarizes the project, and then what is the obligations of the project leader, and what are the obligations of the students, and what are you going to accomplish. So this is just to help you. By the way, the timeline on the other one, there's some dates, but these are just sample dates. That has nothing to do with this course. I will go over the dates later. Foibe has her hand up. Go ahead.
Good morning, Doc. Good morning, everyone.
Good.
Yes, I wanted to check on that list for the project, for Zimbabwe project. I think we are more than what I'm seeing on your list, Doc, because I've received an email from the morning group, and I'm seeing 2 names there in that list for the morning, and I'm not seeing them in the list that you have given us just now.
Okay, I think
Yeah,
they're on
I
there.
think we are more than what is presented.
I think Fagalogo and Shang were from the morning. Is that right?
Yeah, and then there's Deborah and Lotana.
Deborah and Lotana. Yep, Deborah is up here and Lotana. I have them.
You have them? Oh, okay, then that's fine.
Yep. Yep. Good.
Okay.
Thank you for checking. Yep. Yeah, if there's any others I'm missing, let me know. This one's quite a big group. And I would make a comment. Daniel gave me some feedback on this project. He wants to make sure that you are engaged with end users, that it's not just an abstract project with the development minerals, that you are looking at an actual need, in looking at the demand, working with a final end user. So it needs to be engaged with something practical, not just an abstract research project. So we want to make this it's supposed to be a work placement originally. So we want to have this be a practical placement dealing with the real world as much as possible. So if you're going to work on choose a development mineral, make sure that it's something that has a practical application, that has a need in society or in the market, or whatever the case may be. So that was the feedback from Daniel. He wants this to be a work engagement, practical project. Okay. Let's see, where was I? Oh yeah, I was going over these documents. So these, if you can get them filled out by tomorrow, that's great. If not, just get them to me, next week at the latest. But what I really would like is these, the presentation. Now, the rest, most of this is self-explanatory. The timeline, basically, it's just an outline. How are you going to spend the 80 hours between now and February 9th, I believe. The budget. Now, we don't have any travel budget, but if there is some sort of incidental expenses, I think it's possible that we might be able to, cover some small lab costs or something like that. Nothing major, but if you have, some small incidental items, just make a proposal and we'll see what we can do. Obligations clear, how it addresses the problem. What's the problem? How does your project address it? And also the sustainable development goals as well. That would be nice if you could address that too. Moses has to rejoin, that's fine. Let's see, project description, project concept, project statement. That, that includes your research, what you learned about it, put it into context. How does this relate to the whole situation for those development minerals? So I'll ask, how did I do, Patrick? Is that kind of summarize it, or do you need more information?
Yes. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's okay. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. So that's pretty much it. So, and you will have time tomorrow, by the way. The first hour and a half, you'll be able to work on this tomorrow, and then the final presentation, the second hour and a half. And I would ideally like to have one presentation per group. However, I think this group is going to be quite different because I'm not sure how many groups you're going to have. I have no idea, but and also the Philippines. I got a message from Dr. Tung Palan, and she says she's going to divide this into 2 groups. So I would probably need 2 separate presentations from the Philippines group. 10 is too many, so we're going to break into 2 groups of 5. All right, somebody has their hand up. That's Nico. Go ahead.
Yes, Gary. I believe Dr. Tongpalan is still in her field work. So she mentioned that she will be available tomorrow. So
Right.
however, we do not have a lot of background with her project. Do you have some initial like project proposal background with that so that we can start about this? Because I don't know what would be our output, the level of quality of our output if we are just going to base from that one presentation slide.
Right. Well, that's all the information that she has given me, unfortunately, but she will be with us tomorrow. So you have an hour and a half to
Okay.
basically milk all that information from her and get it into the presentation. Don't be so worried about the documents. If you can just get the presentation together. I know it's a rush job, so just do the best you can and you'll have a chance to revise it. Don't forget that this presentation is a draft and you're going to do it again at the very end after you do your placement and your project. We're going to come back on February 10th and practice, and then on the 11th we would like to invite stakeholders from the area and from the related stakeholders in order to, so we're not just typically when we do these final presentations, when we're traveling, we're not just talking to ourselves like you would be in a classroom. We're talking to ministries of the government. We're talking to private businesses. We're talking to not-for-profit NGOs. So we want to bring in all the stakeholders and that are interested in this field, and we want to make a presentation to them. So this is just the first draft, and what you'll be able to refine it, and then the number 8 is what is basically what are you reporting what you did at the end. So you can do the whole thing tomorrow, but then you'll have a chance to refine it and then tell us what you did at the end of the 80 hours project work. And then we'll present that to a group. Now, normally we have a big banquet afterward, and then we have a booze cruise on a catamaran, but unfortunately we can't travel, so we can't do that. So sorry about that. All right.
Thank you very much. One last question. So
Yes.
Do you have the groupings already within the Philippines group or not yet?
No, you're welcome to divide into half, because that's what Dr. Tongpalan told me. She's going to split in 2. So feel free to divide yourself, because she hasn't said any more than that she wants to divide you into 2 groups.
Okay. Okay.
So at this point, from this point on, it's between you and the project, you and the project leader. I'm just a facilitator, so you need to negotiate all this with the project leader. And if you're having any difficulty, of course, you can contact me and I'll try to help out. But you have to negotiate this with the project leader.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Any other questions before I split you up into groups? Oh, I have a hand. Alicia.
Hi, Gary.
Hello.
I saw your email yesterday about there being too many mentors in the Zoom group. So yeah, you can move me along if it's necessary. Just want to flag that.
Okay. Well, one thing about that is that if the thing about Zimbabwe is that they might be individual projects. I don't know. As long as there's only one mentor for each group, that's fine. I just don't know how many groups there's going to be. So you guys will have to let me know on that. Okay. I think I'll leave it up to you to tell me, because this could be, 1 group, 2 groups. It could be 8 groups. I don't know. So it just depends what you guys decide to do. And you're going to have to tell me tomorrow. And when you make your presentations, you're going to tell me what your plans are. Because
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, sure. Thanks, Gary.
All right, thank you. Any other questions before we go into our groups? Okay. Let's see if I can get this to work today properly. Just have to get my list out so I can do this properly. I'm going to have 11 rooms, and nobody's going to be in room 1, 2, or 3. Room 4 is going to be Zimbabwe. So we'll start with room 4, and we're going to have, let's see, we have Mujahid, is he? Oh, Mujahid is in room 4. Deborah is not here. Fagalogo is not here. Shang is not here. Lakshmi is in room 4. Foibe and Musa and Lotana and Kelly and Alicia and Aubrey, who's here, and Moses. He said he was going to have to come back. Okay, I think that's it for room 4. Room 5, we have Foiway, we have Daniel. Room 5 is Ghana. Foiway and Daniel are the only two. No, oh yeah, Noel, that's what you're calling it. Okay, Noel. And room 6, I have Suzanne, Christine, Augustine. Room 6 is the Philippines, transforming quarry waste. I have Brianna. I have Nico. I have Helly. I have Jane. I have Kaisel. I have Giselle. I have Louise. I have Wiz. And that's it for room 6. And room 7, I have which is Cameroon. First of all, Patrick. Then I have Aziwo. I have Wube. I have Gaste. And that's it for room 7. Room 8 was the Jamaica. We don't have anyone for that. Room 9 is use of waste materials in India. I have Ndape. I have Jacinta, and I have Zoe, and I have Raymond. If he's here with us, don't think he's here. Okay. Room 10, I don't have anyone. Room 11, we have Dr. Wilson. We have Mesfin. I have Onja. I have Chimwe. I have Laban. Okay. Who is iPhone? I don't know who that is. So Lisa Tima, you are in group 3. I'll put you there and I'll join you and we can talk about that. And oh, Joseph
Thank you.
Sabiti is here. Yeah. Helly is in room 6. And Chimwewe is in room 11. And Joshua, I will get back to you in a minute because you are okay, Kelly is asking for help. Oh, Laban, you are, see, what group are you in? Let's see, I know you're on here somewhere. Just have to find you on my list. Laban, oh yeah, there you are, room 11, okay. And whose iPhone? I forget. Oh, Suzanne, you are in room 6. See if I can get this thing to work. Anthony, welcome. Thank you for coming. I will put you with your people in room 4. Thanks for coming today. Joshua, just hang on. You are assigned to room 2, which is the Fiji one. Okay, Kelly, go ahead.
Hi, sir. I was wondering why I was transferred to room 3.
I'm not sure which project are you supposed to be in.
I'm supposed to be in room 4 for Zimbabwe project.
Okay, I'll move you over there.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Who is Ekua? So, okay, Ekua. Ekua Amosa. I'm not showing you on my list. Ekua, do you have a different name?
Yes, please. I'm Margaret.
Margaret, which group are you in?
I'm not sure. I missed some sections.
Okay, well, if you missed the training, then that was required for the project. So you'd have to make up the work in the 6-day training first.
Okay.
So send me an email and we can talk about it, okay?
All right, Gary.
Okay, thank you. So Joshua, thanks for coming. Yesterday, I think you were talking to the Fiji Quarry Group. Is that correct?
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Yes. So how was that talking to those Quarry people yesterday?
Yeah, it was incredible. The group leader was trying to drill us into what he had on the slide, and I thought, looking at those visual pictures that he was showing was quite interesting. I could quite concur with what he was talking about, because it's the same thing basically what is happening here also.
It is interesting how things are the same everywhere, right?
Much as yes. Yes, it goes a long way in explaining what the training is all about and what how different countries are treating the development mineral sector. So I could resonate with whatever was happening, and whatever is happening in Fiji is more or less the same or what is happening in Uganda.
Especially with the rivers. It seems like the river gravel is a problem everywhere.
For us, we have the Lake Victoria, I think one of the biggest freshwater lakes. And they've put, some companies came from China and put dredgers, and they are mining the sand. And so there are other you'd call them tributaries or marshes that are around the Lake Victoria that have been put also to use by, these are tributaries that enter into the lake, but they are being mined of sand. And this sand is sometimes exported to Kenya. It is being used by the construction industry here. So it's all a mess. And then you have other rivers which are not necessarily attached to the Lake Victoria, but they are being mined without any regulation or whatsoever. So I could quite, was in touch, and I could fathom whatever was going on in Fiji.
Same thing in Zambia. Same thing in Zambia too. There, the project that Wilson is working on. It's the same problem. Illegal sand mining in rivers there in Zambia.
Yeah, the thing is, we say it is illegal, but there's no regulation either to say that it is illegal.
Well, when Linda was talking to us, we was talking about formalization, and she said actually what you should call it is informal, rather than illegal.
Illegal, yeah, exactly.
It's informal.
And, yeah, but what has been happening, especially after they put the baseline reports into play, then the government was sort of awake, and the government will work towards through an organization called NEMA, National Environmental Management Authority, and what they will do is they will try to implement what is in the baseline report, but they are a toothless dog. Nothing happens. So until they have, and there is an environmental police, but it does also nothing other than the mandate of the National Management Authority, National Environmental Management Authority. So it's a murky situation, and I believe our report should go a long way in getting into the boardrooms of the people who are concerned.
Sorry,
Gary?
yeah, sorry, I got my mic. So how about the quarries that you work with? Are they formal or informal mostly?
They are also just as good as I will share pictures. But if you brought a mining engineer from Australia into our quarry, I think he would get a heart attack, So, so it's not good at all.
Well, it was a great story that you told us the other day about the fact that you have the same quality of marble, but they don't believe you, and they'll buy it from Greece before they'll buy it from you. I thought that was a really interesting story.
Yeah, yeah.
And also about the training. Thank you for sharing that. It was, oops, I lost my screen. Yeah, it was really interesting. The real world. That's the reason why I wanted you to join us, because I think most of the people are either with academics or mostly in academics, and I wanted some industry people. So I have you and a guy from Fiji is also from a road building company, so that adds a little more balance and a real world aspect to it. So that's kind of what I was hoping that you could contribute, and you did. So that was a great story. Appreciate that. And so today, which group would you like to join with today? You have your choice. We've got the development minerals, sort of creating value. That might be something that would be relevant in Zimbabwe. Potential of clay.
Zimbabwe, yeah.
Would you like to do that? There's already a lot of people in there.
Please do.
That one I think is the most relevant. Transforming quarry waste, development of aerated concrete blocks, and sand mining. So what do you think about developing let's see, unlocking the value of development minerals. Does that sound good?
Okay,
All right, I'll put you with the Zimbabwe group then.
okay, right.
Okay, enjoy.
Brilliant.
You just have to join that group.
I'm
Okay,
joining.
great. Let's see, where is Daniel? You're with us still, right?
Yes, Gary.
Okay,
The
and which group were you in?
5.
5. Okay, 5 is Ghana, and that's you and Foiway was supposed to be, but it doesn't look like she is here. Oh, no, I'm sorry, Noel's here. It's you and Noel, right?
Yeah,
So,
he.
oh,
No,
can I put the two of you? Is Noel here?
uh, he was supposed to join, but he didn't join.
Okay, I see his name here on the list, so
He sent a text that he was having a problem.
with connection.
Yeah, he's not supposed to
So
be on the road or something.
So you are the only two in that group. So if you want to communicate offline, that's okay, and then come back to the group at around in around, see, 3:45, and around 2 hours from now we'll have our wrap up. So you can try to do it in the breakout, or you can try to communicate offline. It's up to you. But the two of you need to put together your presentation for tomorrow. And you're both here. I see you both listed on my screen. So I'm not sure if he's having connection problems.
Okay. On the list, I mentioned to you that Harriet is supposed to be part of it, but she's not online right now. I saw.
Who's that? Oh, Harriet.
Harriet.
Yeah, there was an issue because she didn't complete the training.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's what happened there.
And we've also not been able to actually get in touch with our project leader.
I haven't either.
Yeah, he explained last time that he was having some issues, which is making him very unstable to participate. But he promised to join us yesterday in a WhatsApp group, but we didn't hear anything from him till today. I sent him a text, but still. So we have basically no idea where we are going. We wanted him to brief us on the whole thing, and as of now, we don't have that.
Well, can you do, I think he was talking about kaolinite clay. So if you can do some research on that, research some literature and just put together whatever you can, and hopefully he'll join us tomorrow you'll have an hour and a half to meet with him, and just try to put together those 7 items on the proposal list, and do the best you can. It's you're going to have to, get in touch with him later if he's not going to meet with us now. But I know that he's committed to doing this project. He did join us the first day. I think he's probably having connection problems like a lot of people are. So I believe he is committed to the project. So if you can do the best you can, and then try to get a hold of him offline. But I think you and Noel should do what you can today, because the two of you are both here. And like I say, if you have to go offline to communicate, that's fine. Just come back in 2 hours, which is 5:45 for me. So we'll leave 15 minutes so I can talk about, what to do tomorrow. Is that all right?
Okay, I'll try that.
All right. Thanks a lot. Do what you can. Do you want me to put you both? I'm going to try to put you both back into the room. If that doesn't work, then just go offline. All right. I'm going to put you back in there.
Okay.
Try once again. It says that I'll just try to put you in there. Hold on 1 minute. We'll go to 12.